Hello citizens of Tokusatsu Central, I am Jared Rand, and today we are going to be reviewing the Kamen Rider Zi-O DX Zikuu Driver. My first review in the Zi-O toy line, definitely not going to be my last. I really, so far enjoy the toy line, and this is going to be a little bit of a double review. I'm going to be reviewing this along with the Geiz Ridewatch, which I didn't buy the version that comes with the Geiz Ridewatch. I bought it separately, but still, I feel they deserve to be reviewed together. So this is our first toy in the toy line. Technically, it was the Build Ridewatch that came first, but this is our first big toy, and I'm really excited to review this because this has so far become one of my favorite toys in the collection. It's really fun. I'm going to get to exactly why it's really fun, but we might as well just go ahead and take a look. So here we have everything sort of included in the set. The Geiz Ridewatch is sold separately, but you can get this in a set with an extra Ridewatch holder and the Geiz Ridewatch. But since I didn't go that route, I decided I would just throw the Geiz Ridewatch into here in order to review it. Quick little look at the belt straps. Kind of similar to some stuff we've got before, or gotten before. The back plating is, or back piece is not something we haven't seen before. Doesn't feel that original. And the clips, of course, double-sided, so it allows you to get as much as possible. So we might as well take a close look at our first Ridewatch, the Zi-O Ridewatch, or as I'm pronouncing it, Zi-O, as you pronounce something like Zyuohger or Zyuranger. Let me just get the camera to focus on this boy. Okay, here we have our first Ridewatch, and as you can see, the design is fairly interesting. It's not something we've really seen before in Rider. Of course, around the toy, our main two colors are white and black. Designed after a stopwatch, I really enjoy how this not only feels in the hand, but also the aesthetic of it. There's a white button up there, translucent front clear piece, and the sticker detailing for half of Zi-O's face. Getting a little bit closer as well, so we can see the symbol on top. Whatever, as best as I'm going to get. That's the Zi-O symbol, which is an NXD. And then down here is the year that Zi-O started, 2018. So, just going to turn that right there, and we can get the full face for Zi-O, his head design, right there. Speaker is on this side, and here's the barcode for how the toy is going to be read. And yes, the Ridewatches have their own electronics. Just in order to get the noises, you press the button on the top. There's your activation noise. Of course, it says the rider's name with a couple of beep boops. And then after that, we get a little phrase describing the rider, his powers, and the overall theme of his show. So, that said, Ridewatch de Tatakau, I believe, Toke no Raida wa Zi-O, which roughly translates to using the power of Ridewatches to fight the clock rider is Zi-O. And then a third press, you get the noise for their time machine known as the Time Machine, which is a little bit of a wordplay pun on the phrase Zi-O, which is related to Zikon, and Zikuu, which both kind of roughly translate to time and time-space. So, getting rid of that boy, we're going to next focus on the Geiz Ridewatch, which is done a little bit differently than Zi-O's. The clear piece around the front has some different detailing. A couple of screw-looking details as well. Really enjoy the rigid detailing of the entire thing. And then the sticker for Geiz's face right there. button on the top, which I forgot to mention, this is the same thing on the Zikuu Ridewatch. It has the Zikuu symbol on the top, the NXD, which I'm pretty sure is something similar to Decade's symbol, which Decade's going to be appearing in the show soon. I'm very excited for that, with a new belt that I'm unsure if that CSM belt is official because it differs from the real, but whatever. As you see, the same NXD symbol, and 2068 because Gates is from the future. I'm going to twist the Ridewatch, and we're going to listen to the noise. So you got Gates spelled G-E-I-Z for whatever reason, and then the other noise. Semi-similar to Zikuu's, instead of saying the clock rider, it says the future rider. And then the third press is for Gates' own personalized time machine. And then the fourth press would just bring you back to the regular noise for activation. That you already heard. So we might as well move on to the noises and all the stuff in the Zikuu Driver. Alright, here we have our main event, the Time-Space Driver, or as it is in Japanese, the Zikuu Driver, or Zikuu Driver. Of course, this boy's a beauty. Taking a closer look, there is a lot of nice plastic on this toy. This entire front piece is mostly done up in translucent plastic. The black over here on these two bars, which are where you're going to slide in the different ride watches. This is for a henshin. This is for the rider time. Of course, these green buttons up there. Of course, a bunch of detailing all over the clear pieces. Weird green button pointing to the little button on the top, which is also kind of reminiscent of a stopwatch, which has the GONXD symbol, which I'm going to get up a little bit closer so you can see. There you go. There it is. Close. As you can see, there's some detailing, some sticker detailing done up in there, some silver along the sides. Taking a look at the back, I believe, I have no clue what that says. Some detailing along the sides, basically just a bunch of screws because this is the back of the toy, where nothing really important happens. And then right here is a nice little chrome NXD symbol for Zikuu, which I love. I love the little inclusion of that. It's really cool and I really like it. Okay, moving on. Now we're actually going to take a look at the noises in this belt. The on and off switch is on the bottom. This takes 2 AAA batteries. Actually, no, I believe this is 3 AAA batteries, as usual for a rider belt. And we get sorry about that, I had to go stop my dogs. And I'm going to turn it on again. There you see the lettering for Zikuu lighting up for a little bit. And now we can finally get on to the henshins. So we're going to start with Zikuu. Of course, just twist that. Press the button on the top. You don't have to activate it, but it's just for dramatic effect in the stuff in the show. So we're going to slide it in. And it doesn't work. Sorry, this is a little bit of a faulty issue. Sometimes if you slide it in, it doesn't necessarily always work. There you see the lights, sort of a clock pattern, and ticking noise in the background, and then we spin it 360 after pressing the button on the top. And there you have your transformation noise into Kamen Rider Zikuu. It's an okay transformation noise. I prefer Gates's, but whatever. Might as well just move on to the finishing attack. Spin it 360 again. And there you have it. So, in order to take out your ride watch, you press this green button on the top and just slide it out. And now that we're done with that, we can finally move on to my personal favorite Ridewatch, the Geiz Ridewatch. Yep, let's do this. As you can see, the pattern is different for this one, as it's these binary codes sort of stuff, and I really like that. Press the button on the top and spin it. Oh my lord Jeebus, that was great. So you saw the lights for Geiz and then the year 2068 in there. That was one hell of a transformation noise. I really love Geiz's noise. Now for the finisher, press the button on the top, and then press the other button on the top, and we spin it again. And there you have the time burst. So that's about it, you know, as far as we can go with the Zikuu driver, if you're just going to do things that happen in the show. But there is still the armor time function that we can get to. Of course, one little thing I enjoy doing is putting Zikuu and Geiz on at the same time. And then just turn this over. And there you go. It would do Geiz's noise for whatever reason, but the standby, I think, is actually reversed. So, press the button on the top, and we spin. Any chance I'll get to listen to the Geiz Ridewatch transformation noise, I'll take, because I love it. It's so good. I think, honestly, it's worth buying a Zikuu driver just for the Geiz Ridewatch. And all of these can actually be, you know, interchanged as well. And I find that really cool and a really enjoyable feature as well. I really enjoy all the stuff that they packed into these Ridewatches specifically. So, just going to take these two out. And then we can move on to my final thoughts. So overall, I think the Zikuu driver is a lot of fun. On its own as a set, without like an extra Ridewatch, I don't think it's entirely worth it. But still, with, let's say, buy the Geiz Ridewatch, or any other Ridewatch that could go well with this, I definitely think this is a worth it buy. Both have their own capabilities and noises on their own, but adding on to the noises that you get from the Zikuu driver and the beautiful light display on the front, which uses neon lights, which I really love. Not only adding on to that, but the really cool design of the set. I think this is one of my favorite rider belts in the collection. It really is original in its own ways, and the noises that you get out of it are really, really, really great. And the lights as well, they're awesome. And I think this is definitely something that you need to pick up, like, right now. If you can get it on sale, because it's around Black Friday time, as I'm currently recording this, or actually tomorrow's Cyber Monday. So I really do think this is worth picking up as a set in terms of everything Zikuu that's coming out in the near future. I think this is probably the best thing so far that you're going to get. I'd recommend maybe even in the future getting this with something like the Decade Ridewatch. Or if you can get this with any other Ridewatch, I still think this is a worth it pickup. I really do think, like, you should buy this right now. Go do it now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like if you enjoyed the video that much. Subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you want to ask any questions about the actual toy. You can check out my Instagram, rand.jared. Maybe check out my other YouTube channel, Jared the Collector New, but that's going to go downhill very fast because the channel is ending soon. Anyways, I will see my fellow citizens of Tokusatsu Central next time when we review the Korean version, of the Kamen Rider Decade K-Touch when we return to random Toku reviews.